and it's all documented. All you got to do is Google it. So you thought you was going to go in the ring with a cheat and beat him. You might have been a bit overconfident there. Who knows, you see? But because he wasn't calling upon the true God. Yeah? Deliverance, victory, prosperity of God's a government, keeping in redemption the name of the Messianic King. I'm getting it all off the bone here. Of the people enjoying salvation. Let's go down now to the Strong's definition. Right, natural, moral or legal. Equity, figuratively, prosperity. These are the words on the Strong's under righteousness in the Strong's definition. Right, the right, natural, moral or legal. Also abstractly, equity or figuratively, prosperity. Right, that word gets thrown about so much, and I hate when I don't even want it to be in E's mouth, because he doesn't know the true meaning of it, and even if he does know the true meaning of it academically, he would never apply it. He would know there's a lot of things that he knows academically, but he would never apply it because he likes things to be on an uneven playing field. He can't deal with even playing fields. And we also saw the injustice of Jack Johnson when they got him back in the ring after he exhausted all his money, spending it all on the Edomite woman them, and they drained him. They drained him spiritually, they drained him morally, they drained the essence out of him, his energy out of him, his vibration out of him, and got back because he spent all his time with the white woman them. And they're known for draining your energy and draining your morality and your physicality. They're known for that. You understand? They're known for that. It's the case of Samson. It drained his morally, physically, emotionally, mentally. They drained him. Yeah, Jack Johnson, and they put him back in the ring again with a guy called Jesse. Jesse Walters. Jesse Walters, a former wrestler. This guy was probably as tall as he was 6'6", around 6'6" he was, and he ended up losing and getting knocked out 15th round after the guy was in his 50s. So this guy, and don't underestimate the fact that he was the White Hope, and they probably got some special stuff even then. They probably had some special steroids that even then they gave to the White Hope, their super soldier stuff. So they drained Jack Johnson, and white supremacy beat him in the ring. They drained in the second fight Deontay Wilder by giving him something and giving them both something. One to make Deontay Wilder weak and unstable, and they gave Tyson Fury something to make him strong like a super soldier, and they put them both in the ring and they let what happened. And we saw the second fight that happened in the second fight and the third fight. He was on something without a doubt. If you don't understand white supremacy, what it is and exactly how it works, everything you think you understand would only confuse you. That's why so many people walked away from that fight confused. And now they're saying about the count was over 11. They're talking about the count when Tyson Fury got knocked down twice. I think it's the second time he got knocked down. The count was over 10 seconds. There's a lot going on, man, you see. Justice, when I start talking about justice, oh, there's so much injustice we've experienced, man. We could write a book. John Wilder, you know, I would say to him, stay out of the ring and just write books on white supremacy. Write books on white supremacy, and that's maybe the lesson that you've learned. The lesson is in the learning. The lesson was in the beating that you got. You got beat by white supremacy. Let's bring out some precepts. Like, as you can see, there's so much on injustice and righteousness. Let's bring out another one. Proverbs 16. King David was a very good example, and there's other morals of the story to that lesson too. What he did, taking someone else's wife and committing adultery, that was a big thing. Proverbs 16 and 5 says, everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. By mercy and truth, equity is purged, and by the fear of Yahweh, men depart from evil. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Right. You see that? By mercy and truth, equity is purged, and by fear of the Lord, men depart from evil. When a man's way please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. So I would say, I would put to you, Deontay Wilder, you upset the Most High. That's why you lost that fight. By calling upon African God. You got to start calling upon your God as an Israelite man. Right. So, done with that now. Enough said on that boxing fight. If you don't understand white supremacy, what it is and exactly how it works, everything you think you understand will only confuse you. Injustice. Here's another one. Micah 6 and 8 says, He hath shown thee, O man, what is good, and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justice, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Right. What is good, and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justice, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Keep your feet on the ground. Don't let no one gas you up in this truth. They're talking about something happening now at the moment. You know, trying to run before you can walk in this truth. You got to play your position in this truth. Take your time. And there's too much people trying to run before they can walk in this truth. That's why the apostle gave a decree, man. You understand? Yeah. Stay in the scriptures. Yeah. And stay on the basics. If that's what's necessary for you, in order for you to grow, get your foundation all in order first. Before you start running, before you can walk, get your foundation in order. Here's another one. Amos 5 and 24 says, But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Here's another one. Psalms 33 and 5 says, He loveth righteousness and judgment. The earth is full of goodness of Yahweh thy power. Right. If you love justice and judgment, the earth is a domino effect to that. You're going to deal with people in righteousness and in fairness. There's a positive domino effect to that. But if you go contrary by dealing in an unjust way, that's why King David, he had to learn the hard way, which he did learn, but there was punishment within his own household. All sorts of things started to go wrong. His son, one of his sons, Amnon was against him. That was one of his sons, came against him as an enemy. And another one of his sons committed, you might even call it, he forced his own daughter, forced his own sister to lay down with him. That was trouble within King David's own household, because he left judgment and justice. Yeah, he let passion and desire get the best of him, and he threw the laws out the window. But he learned. So that was a domino effect of dealing with something in an unjust way. Isaiah, by killing the wife of the husband of Bathsheba, that was murder, premeditated, I might add. Isaiah 5 and 70 says, Learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widow. Come now and let us reason together. This is going to be the last one to end it off. Saith Yahweh thy power, though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool. Yea, if ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land. But if ye refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured by the sword, for the mouth of Yahweh hath spoken it. Right, if we be obedient, yeah, if we be obedient and willing, ye shall eat the good of the land. But if we refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured by the sword, for the mouth of Yahweh thy power hath spoken it. Get back and deal with it in righteousness. So righteousness, justice is coming. Justice is coming. And justice to those that have been doing good is a good thing, and for those that haven't been doing it in righteousness, another precept come to me. If you haven't been doing justice in righteousness, there's another precept. I got a precept for that. This is what you see now in the earth. Right? This is what you're seeing now in the earth. Because Psalms 10:2 says, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Right. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. They're getting a taste of their own medicine right now. Right in between their like I mentioned earlier, two Austrians falling down unconscious, or maybe even worse, maybe falling to their death. Right in between their lectures, that's them getting a taste of their own medicine, campaigning for the serpent juice and dropping the Most High, judging them right in between the lectures. That's justice. Because, all right, here's another one. I'm going to end with this one. Ecclesiastes 9:12 says, for a man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. Right. Here you have it. Getting a taste of your own medicine. This is the last one. Righteousness and justice is it's been trodden on, and it's been treated like nothing. You know, that's why Psalms 35:8 says, let destruction come upon him that is unawares, and let his net that he hath hid catch himself. Unto that very destruction let him fall. Let the destruction come upon him that is unawares, and let his net that he hath hid catch himself. Unto the very destruction let him fall. Right, that's justice for you. He giveth one more to end it off. 2 Chronicles 6:23 says, then hear thou from heaven, and do and judge thy servant, by requiting the wicked, by recompensing his ways upon his own head, and by justifying the righteous, by giving him according to his righteousness. Right. This I'll let that settle. I've got to savor that one, and come again with that one. 2 Chronicles 6:23 says, then hear thou from heaven, and do and judge thy servants, by recompensing the wicked, by recompensing his ways upon his own head. Right, so all the wicked things that you done, going to come back to you, and this is for the righteous, and by justifying the righteous, by giving him according to his righteousness. So you put out righteousness, that's what you're going to get back. You put out wickedness and injustice and trying to spread your serpent juice about the place, the Most High going to give you a taste of your own medicine. And that is what is happening now. So we just looked up the word justice. So we're going to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yoshai for giving me the spirit to do this video. Kwam Yahshua, rise up to the house of David. Everything the wicked have done to us is now falling upon their own head. Let's bring it out a little bit more on this. Justice and righteousness. What is right or just and normal? Righteousness. Justness. Right. Strongs again. Yeah. The Strongs. Right. The right, natural, moral, or legal. Equity or figuratively prosperity. That which is altogether just. Right. So we're going to end with that. Natural, moral, or legal. So if you put out that justice, you're going to get back justice in a righteous way from on high. Giving all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yoshai for giving me the spirit to do this video. The house of David is rising, and everything the wicked have done to us, past, present, and future, is falling upon their own head.